Hello, everybody, and welcome to Red to Chatter, the show about everything Star Wars. I feel a little bit. I don't know if it's because. There we go. I felt a little bit on the edge there. I'm Dallin, that's Jay, and that's Ryan, and all three of us are actually here.
Yeah, we're all back from various vacations.
Well, not me, but they are.
I spent a little time in Vegas.
He spent a little bit of time in Florida.
Yep.
So.
But we're back ready to do some Star Wars talk.
Uh-huh.
Just dive right in.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much.
No, not too much this week. It didn't seem. There's a bunch of BS out there I could have put up, but I didn't.
So we got Star Wars The Last Jedi to pass 1.3 billion at box office. Pretty nice.
It's pretty nice, but it's 200,000. I don't know what it is.
200 million?
200 million below their projection. Not 200 million. Yeah, maybe 200 million.
Yeah, 1.5
I think
billion.
yeah, I think they're supposed to hit 1.5 is what they're projected to hit. Big deal. I mean, you get to that much money.
Yeah, you spent 200 million and you made 1.1 billion. That's a damn good investment.
Right, right. Your ROI, I'll take that investment every day.
Yeah, no kidding.
So, and I didn't expect it to do as well as Force Awakens.
No, Empire Strikes Back didn't do as well as
right.
Star Wars.
Sequels rarely do.
Clone Wars didn't do as well as Phantom Menace. So,
right.
The second one is always the hardest one and always the one that always seems to fall short in the money.
It's because usually
it's usually the lull in the story.
Yeah.
Because it's a big giant story. It's not like it's like its own movie. And it is its own movie, but it's also part of a trilogy. And the middle of your story is usually your slower
part.
Not as much action, not as much, so.
Besides some of the hype.
For Attack of the Clones, maybe a little bit too slow.
Yeah. Some of the hype is worn off. It's not that nice, shiny new penny anymore, like Force Awakens was when you...
Yeah.
You've waited... 20 years or so to see that one, or 15 or whatever it was in between Revenge of the Sith and
yeah
I guess not 20 because you're not 20 yet, but
no,
it was a few years in between there.
Yeah, it was quite
so
a bit.
Yeah, you just don't get that shiny new penny feel probably, and Force Awakens didn't appease everybody, so those people probably didn't show up to see Last Jedi, but we probably got some new fans that went to Force Awakens for the first time that went and saw Last Jedi. So it all balances out in the end, just like the Force, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably more of your purists and your old school guys that freaking had issues with it, so probably didn't show up to this. I mean, I'm one of those people, but I wouldn't see it because it's Star Wars, so.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of your people who are just so diehard extended universe or expanded universe, from the old EU. Before they deem that Legends.
Yeah.
I think those are the folks that are the most upset. And it's not because the movies are bad, I don't think. It's because the EU is gone.
Yeah.
As far as canon goes. And I think that upsets those folks more than anything. So they tend to whine the loudest.
I mean, you guys know my opinions on the expanded universe and how it got canned. I've always said it. I wish that they didn't get rid of all of it. I wish that they kept maybe some of the stuff in there. And just got rid of, the stuff that needed to be gone.
Like Chewbacca getting killed by a friend.
Yeah, like all the stuff that happened they could have gotten rid of all the stuff that happened after the Return of the Jedi, but kept all, the Old Republic stuff and still canon and stuff like that. Well, I think that's what they should have done.
The only nice thing is it gives them opportunities to bring that stuff back if they deem it necessary, or
and tell it in a different way.
Yeah, tell it in a different way. So.
Yeah,
like they did with Thrawn. They just put Thrawn in a different timeline.
Mm-hmm.
But his character is virtually the same.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What's up next?
The Last Jedi scores major achievement on Rotten Tomatoes. So,
what's this major achievement?
It's the highest ranked sci-fi fantasy film of the year.
Oh, okay.
So, which is sort of surprising considering all the fan and quote unquote fan divisiveness of the movie.
Yeah.
The critics really love this movie.
Oh, yeah, the critics love the snot out of it.
Yeah. And
for once, we actually agree with the critics.
well, Dallin and I saw it again today.
Yes.
For, this is the last week it's going to be in theaters, I think. This weekend and the weekend, I think, will be the end. So we went and saw it today. It gets better every time I watch it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just have more fun with it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Yep.
Yeah, I probably won't be able to see it again until it comes out on
The Blu-ray.
Maybe
Blu-ray.
catch it at the $2 theater.
Yeah, maybe catch it at the discount theater that we have here.
Yep. Before it goes completely away.
I just don't have time right now. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool that it was the best sci-fi. I mean, there wasn't trying to think or fantasy, right? Fantasy.
Yeah, beat out Blade Runner 2049.
Valerian or whatever. Let's see.
Oh yeah, freaking wipe the floor with Valerian.
I think one of the other top placer behind Blade Runner was Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Which is more fantasy, I guess.
Yeah, I would
and
say.
it's sci-fi.
It's
sci-fi.
It's sci-fi and
Because
fantasy.
science sort of created those monsters, or created the apes.
Apes, yeah.
And turned them into what they are. So I guess it's science fiction. So yeah, beat out both those movies. I haven't seen Blade Runner, so I don't know anything about that movie. But it's definitely better than Planet of the Apes, in my opinion. I love the first 2/3 of that movie, and the last third just craps the bed for me. So
Oh, Planet of the Apes.
yep, it's not that good.
Yeah.
The last third. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what about
I'm not too surprised though. Star Wars is
right.
The Guardian?
you don't get much bigger sci-fi than Star Wars.
Right, but just considering all the fan
backlash
from
yeah,
it was surprising that it made that
true
list on.
Well,
Rotten
yeah, and I was
Tomatoes.
watching some random show, and they're like, "Oh, man, it's already sputtering Star Wars: The Last Jedi." Blah blah blah. And I'm just like, is Disney in trouble? I'm like, they've spent $200 million and they made $1.3 billion. Even if they spend another $100 million on advertising, dude, they made $1 billion. It's not like, oh, that's a flop. It's a flop.
Boy, I wish I could flop that big.
Yeah, no kidding. I wish I could
face and
I wish I could spend $10,000 and make freaking $100,000.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Every time.
Every time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, yeah. If I could make that investment in over a couple years, $10,000, and come back out with $100,000, I'd be happy every time.
I'd be so mad at myself.
Because I'd be putting that $100,000 into making me $1 million the next time.
Right.
yeah.
So yeah, it's just stupid.
Right. It's crazy. Yeah. Nobody in their right mind considers Last Jedi a flop.
No.
Nobody.
Not even the people who hate it.
Right.
No.
Like,
they have to even
admit that
it was a success.
Yeah.
Just because they don't like it doesn't make it a flop.
And I think you guys are right. I think if if anybody out there is watching and you only seen it once and you're like, see it more than when it comes out on DVD, buy it and watch it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, or red box it if you don't want to spend
if you don't want to
money
spend
to
the
buy
money
it.
on it.
Watch it more than
once.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot there.
Uh-oh, we're going to have a pet trivia question. Oh, no.
No.
Almost.
Yeah,
That was something we came up with when you were gone.
Oh, yeah?
every time your pet
Interrupts our show. We need to throw up a little trivia question for the group.
Okay.
So we'll work on that, but
She's back.
right. We're going to work on that little segment because that's probably going to happen more often in the future, especially since this guy got a little puppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be happening more often. But
Okay.
that's all right. We love our animals.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dallin, what's up next?
Well, I don't have any more articles.
That was it? Holy cow.
for this.
There was like nothing on the
Nothing.
nothing for Han Solo.
What was some of the BS
only-
thing?
Oh, well, okay.
wait.
Yeah, give us the
Well,
bull. Give us the
no,
bull
some of it
slop.
was, to me, like some sort of spoiler, so I didn't put that stuff up. It was
yeah, I
about
don't-
Han Solo movie and
Oh, okay.
like 3 planets that they're going to visit.
Well,
What can I tell?
Tatooine's got to be one of them. But I'm not gonna. That's just my speculation. You don't have to tell me if I'm right or not.
Right, well, Kessel is one, and we all assume that would happen.
Mind
yeah.
of Castle.
Yeah. But then and Han's home planet. But the article goes into like more like detailed. Like, Han's home planet of Corellia. And then there was one I've never heard of before.
Also,
Starts
they
with
don't go to
an M.
Tatooine.
And this is all speculation. I don't know where people get this information from.
Who knows?
Because we've heard nothing from like official really come out.
No.
Yeah, no.
About this movie in a while.
Yeah.
You know, even
So
Ron Howard's not been tweeting for a while.
Anybody got any ideas on when we'll see the trailer? I mean, they've been touting that for. I mean,
every week I get a.
Last week,
I just stopped posting them.
Yeah.
Because every week there's like, it's supposed to be out this weekend. It's supposed to be out this Wednesday. It's supposed to be out this weekend.
Yeah,
I was watching the Super Bowl.
When I was on vacation, I'd check in on the Facebook page. I'm like, oh, trailer's coming out this weekend. All right, I can't wait. And then I look on this over the week after the weekend.
Nothing.
Like, he didn't post anything about the trailer. What the hell? Oh, it didn't happen.
Right.
Then it's like, oh, now it's going to be Wednesday. Okay.
Right.
Now it's going to be this. Now it's Super Bowl Sunday. That's like the rumor now.
Right. That's the rumor now. But then now they're saying it's probably not going to be Super Bowl Sunday because Disney will be. They have 2 spots that they have open for one 30-second commercial, one 45-second commercial. It's not going to be Han Solo in that time frame. It's going to be an Avengers.
Infinity
Wars. Or a Black Panther quick trailer because it's coming out real soon.
Black Panther's like in the 16th.
Or it's going to be Incredibles 2 teaser.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet it's one of the. I bet Han Solo doesn't make it for the Super Bowl. That's my guess.
So is it going to come? Are we going to get a full blown? Maybe we're not going to get a teaser trailer. We're going to get a full blown trailer on Black Panther on the 6th. I'm going to say it's like the 16th or the 18th.
Well, we have a
February.
Like really, Black Panther hasn't been. I mean, I know we're getting off topic from Star Wars, but Black Panther hasn't.
No, we're
been,
talking about when the trailer going to come out for the freaking Solo movie.
Trying to put it all
Driving
together.
me nuts.
Black Panther hasn't really been that publicized on local TV that I've seen. Not around here, anyway.
No.
Not in this area of the country.
I mean, I've seen a couple commercials for it.
The premiere has already happened, and all the reviews for that movie are fantastic so far, from what I've read.
Oh, I want to go see it when it comes out.
Yeah.
So I could see them during the Super Bowl just doing using that 30-second spot to sort of hit
the Black Panther,
and
then maybe we'll get the Solo trailer on the Black Panther movie.
Maybe.
I mean, that would be smart.
Maybe.
I don't know why you wouldn't do that. Because we need something soon, because now it's getting... I mean, pretty soon it's going to be May, and the movie's going to be here.
Right. So I think maybe for the Black Panther movie, if you go see that may be when we get our first taste of the Star Wars, or the Solo trailer. That's my best guess.
I mean, we only have 3.5 months until this movie comes out.
Right.
The Solo movie comes out 3.5 months.
Yeah, and there's no...
Or 3 months and 25 days, or whatever it is.
I haven't heard any whispers of them moving it off that May date.
No, me neither, so I think it's coming out.
I've heard some, early screenings, though, of the movie.
Yeah, you reported from last week.
Yep, that they say it feels like old Star Wars.
That makes me happy. Mm-hmm. If it's like old Star Wars, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, and I'm like, the original races, maybe? Some Ithorians and Trandoshans.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we had some of the original...
And Rhodians. Would be pretty cool. If they,
Well, like
what's the Cantina guys?
Which ones?
What are the Cantina guys? Bith?
Bith, yeah.
Yeah, the Bith. I like the Bith.
Or Aqualish, which was the Walrus Man. It would,
Panda Baba?
Yeah, yep. Panda Baba. It would just be cool to, have them, bring back the old races. I know we've talked this topic to death, but it's just...
It just drives me a little nuts in the newer ones.
Yeah.
They just try to bring everything new instead of give me a little old too.
Yeah.
Blend the movies.
Right, and like we were talking about on the way home from the movie today, we were talking a little bit of Han Solo. And I said I'd like to see Boba Fett not be the main antagonist, but be like a co-antagonist in this movie. Like hunting down Han Solo.
Yeah. And
we could sort of link their past together, so that they create a bit more of a history than they seem to have in the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And maybe Han Solo could use that maneuver where he, goes towards the Star Destroyer and links onto the back of it, and
or something similar to that.
And does something similar to that, so and gets away from Boba Fett.
That's how Boba Fett kind of knows to do what he's doing.
Is that
Obi-Wan kind of knows the plan, I've seen this maneuver before.
The funny thing
is, guy.
Yeah.
Is that Obi-Wan did the same thing kind of with Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones, when they were having that fight in the asteroid field, he latched onto one of the asteroids and hid behind it from Jango, and Jango couldn't find him.
Right. So maybe Han Solo does a similar maneuver to Boba, but Boba learns by the Empire Strikes Back. Like,
I know exactly what he's doing, so I'm going to hide in the trash field here.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of a cool, just little nod.
That would be something like interesting.
I would like to see Boba Fett in this movie. More I think about it.
Would you like to see good old Jabba the Hutt at all?
I don't know if we need to see him, but we need to know he's there.
His presence, maybe just feel the presence of Jabba the Hutt, but you don't actually physically see Jabba the Hutt.
It'd be pretty cool though to see the old puppet for Jabba the Hutt back in action again. You know.
Yes.
And maybe you get a hologram of Jabba the Hutt talking with Han Solo or something. I don't know. That would
be pretty cool. I mean, I'm always excited for seeing how Chewbacca and him meet up, because that's going to be in this movie. I think they said, and also how Lando and him are going to meet up, just to see how those relationships start and how those friendships begin.
It'd be a cool little scene, and it'd just be a nod to. It'll be a nod to all the trilogy, really, and it'll also be a nod to The Last Jedi, is watching Han Solo hang the dice up.
Oh yeah,
in the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
and then in The Last Jedi, you see Luke take them down. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be pretty cool if you learn where he got those from.
Right, and that's why he hangs them there.
Yeah,
maybe they were his lucky dice, and he had them made into some jewelry. Who knows?
Yeah,
yeah.
Just
or something like he stole. Like it was like. And he had it melted down and made into the dice or something. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, just little stuff like that. Would be cool.
I was talking about how I think that Woody Harrelson will be playing the main villain of this movie. Like, if they're gonna go 100% cliche with it and go, oh yeah, Woody Harrelson's his mentor, but then he goes evil. The old
adage,
yeah.
That old trope.
Yeah, that old trope.
Which is fine. I mean, it's
if it works for the story.
If it works for the story, and you haven't seen that in a Star Wars setting before, so
True.
Right.
Not really.
No, you can't really consider the Anakin thing that way.
No, yeah.
Because Anakin was already being fed like little things here and there from the Emperor to turn him dark.
I guess you could kind of say that was how.
But Obi-Wan didn't turn against Anakin. Anakin turned against Obi-Wan, so it's like totally opposite. That's the apprentice turning against the master.
I was gonna say when Boba Fett is like in Clone Wars, when he's working with the bounty hunters, they do kind of a thing like that with him. Well, they were going to do kind of a thing like that with him and Cad Bane.
Yeah, that never made it to canon.
Which I wish it did, because that being the origin of the Dent just would have been awesome.
Yeah, that little footage we saw at Celebration.
Would you like to? Would it be interesting if Cad Bane was in this movie?
Yeah,
I would love it. Yeah,
it'd be nice to see him start crossing over and bringing some of the guys or some of the stuff that was in
like Imbo.
The cartoons.
Yeah, even if it was Imbo or Aura Singh.
Yeah, Aura
Now
Singh.
we've seen that one poster, right, of Ian Eichenreich as, and isn't there a Twi'lek lady with a gun?
Yes.
Yeah, do we have any clue who that is?
Nope.
No.
Interesting.
Nope. Don't have idea.
Is it Hera?
Is she green?
Yeah.
Is she?
In the
I thought she was blue.
No, I'm pretty sure she's green in that
poster. I don't
poster.
remember if
I'd have to look.
Green or blue.
But yeah, I mean, is there any speculation at all that maybe Hera will make an appearance at all? And because there's people that you can bring in from other things. It doesn't have to be all just A New Hope kind of stuff, or even
it would have to fit in with the Rebels timeline somewhat.
Yeah,
because they're happening about the same time. And Han Solo might be taking place a bit before when the Rebels finally meet Ezra.
So you might have the opportunity there. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know the exact timeline there. That's a Pablo Hidalgo question. Unfortunately, I don't know.
To really lock down that timeline, I'm sure they'll make that clear once it gets closer to the movie, like where this actually fits in, as far as from all the available material that you can read and view on TV and see the movies.
No, she's blue.
Oh, is she blue? Okay.
She's blue. Yeah.
So it's not Hera.
Yep. But it is a Twi'lek, which is good that they're using
other races.
That familiar race from the prequels.
Yes.
Yeah, and even in that...
And even from Jabba's palace, there's a Twi'lek.
And in that picture right there, the guy's playing Lando, that he looks like...
Donald Glover.
Yeah, he looks like Lando right there. He's got the 5 o'clock shadow, and he's got the... Does he have a mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some facial hair
like a little bit thicker
mustache. So, yeah. I'm interesting to see how much you get, how much of him you get.
There he is.
Be interesting to see how much of him you get, and how much of...
Yeah, and I don't know who Emilia Clarke's character is going to be.
Not a clue.
Don't know who she's
playing.
playing.
Boba Fett also.
Yeah.
In the poster. So I think he'll play a moderate role. You know, not major, but I think he'll definitely be a very big obstacle for...
Yeah, you never know. The Twi'lek lady might be the main antagonist. She might be a bounty hunter that's chasing...
I mean, you can see her armor. She's got an Imperial symbol on it.
She does.
She does.
Which is interesting, because Imperials are racist. So...
Well, maybe she killed somebody and took that from
them.
But
that's true.
That would be
They're
more...
also willing to use friggin' all kinds of bounty hunters. Well,
And,
the bounty hunters are all different races.
True.
Yeah, they'd be just expendable to the Empire.
But you're right, the Empire is freaking humans.
Mm-hmm, mostly.
They don't use other races.
Right.
By the way, do you want to say your theory about Snoke and The Last Jedi?
We can get to it.
Okay.
We'll talk a little bit more about Last Jedi.
Alright. Or Solo. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm excited for this. I think even, like, Alden Ehrenreich looks really good.
Yeah, he looks like Han Solo right there.
Solo.
They finally, it looks like they fixed his hair a little bit.
Yeah, instead of having the... Maybe, like, he only gets that in, like, the very beginning.
I mean, Dallon's hair right now looks like he could be Han Solo.
Does it? I can't see it, so...
Looks like something from the 70s.
The thing that people are going to have to, like, not be so harsh on when they go to see this movie is going to be... He doesn't sound or look anything like or act like
Harrison Ford.
It's
hopefully he watched some and got some of the mannerisms.
Maybe he talked to Harrison Ford.
It'd be nice. That'd be really cool if Harrison Ford maybe gave him some pointers on how to be
Ron
Han
Howard
Solo.
also was able to pull some of those little
I
things out of him.
Yes,
maybe the little details.
Maybe Donald Glover, because Donald Glover had lunch with Billy D. Williams and basically just discussed Lando the entire time, and so he knows how to play it because Billy D. Williams was really
gave him the lowdown, and really Billy D. Williams and Lando weren't in the movies a lot.
No,
he was a very side character,
but he was a very cool side character.
Yes, but it'd be interesting to see if we can get a bigger role out of the Lando character in this movie.
Yeah, I'd like to see him play almost 50-50 split with Han Solo.
With Han Solo, yeah, I would too.
And Chewie. You got to give a lot of love to Chewie in this movie.
Oh yeah, and there's even a new guy playing Chewie too.
Not like the same guy that played him in.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
That played in The Last Jedi.
In The Last Jedi, he did a pretty good job. I mean, I think he worked with Peter Mayhew a lot.
Yes.
To get all those mannerisms down with the Chewbacca, and he did a real good job. I mean, it's hard to tell there's somebody different in that suit.
I mean, he gets like
he gets the head
Chewie's a lot of body language.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The shrug.
Right. The shrug and like the little nod.
And the like...
Right.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially when he's like with the porgs, that whole scene with the porgs.
When he's trying to eat the porgs and the porgs are just looking at him.
That part's funny.
Yeah,
in the movie. I laughed pretty hard at that part.
But yeah, just excited for this movie. I'm looking forward to it. It's funny because when this movie was first announced, I was like, out of all the characters, Han Solo, really? That's the character you chose to do a solo movie off of?
I was with you there because it was like Han Solo. We already know his backstory pretty much because he was already young in A New Hope.
He was pretty young.
So what can you really flesh out? But now I'm starting to think there's a lot of stuff you still don't. You just know little bits and pieces of him. Maybe now you can delve into the heart of who Han Solo really is.
Even when you get into the comics. The Han Solo comic, and he's in the Star Wars comic, you get a lot more about his character and like why he's the way he is and stuff. Now, I just hope this is just sort of an extension of that. And I really am just looking forward to like a fun movie.
Yes. A good fun, action-packed flick.
Yep.
Yes.
in the Star Wars universe. It doesn't have to be
with that
real deep or anything like that.
Nope. That old Han Solo swagger.
Yeah, I just want some fun.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to deal with, the fate of the galaxy. None of that has to be held over their heads,
Yes.
Or on their shoulders.
It's just this guy who...
trying to make his way.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Trying to make a living.
Do you think we'll have little kid Han, though? Like, we'll see him as...
sort of like they did at the Jyn Erso
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Do you think we'll have that?
At the very
it's
beginning?
Possible.
Maybe.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
It's possible, since they won't run a crawl text for the Star Wars story movies.
Yeah.
I bet we get like a little bit of a
we're gonna have to get
Han Solo.
Maybe we have to get something that gives you the backstory, a little
bit
of
where's his parents at, or
the little bit of the early part of the story, so you know where he's coming from.
Or did he even have parents?
I could see him using a opening scene like that where he's just a young kid. Maybe he's just a young kid, and he's a really good pilot, like a la Anakin, and maybe he's a racer. Maybe not pod racing. Maybe not pod racing, but maybe some other type of racing.
Yeah.
Like ship racing. Maybe it's just land speeders.
As long as the scene doesn't go on for 15 minutes, I'll be good.
and maybe his piloting skills gets him a little bit of attention from the Empire.
Or Woody Harrelson.
Right.
Maybe, Woody Harrelson. It's like kind of a Yondu Star-Lord type thing with them where, he takes him in when he's really young.
Yeah.
And trains him like that.
I'm going to wish I had some water.
Your eyes are watering.
I hate those ones.
I inhaled the wrong way.
Oh, yeah. This sucks.
Yep.
Man, very excited for this movie.
Yeah, I just need to see a trailer. I just want
some content.
Like you said in last week's video, when it comes, it comes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that big of a deal. But it does make you a little... you start to get a little bit weary.
Should we take an intermission here?
Still right there. Just ignore me.
You want me to go get you some water?
I'm just going to choke him on spit. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm looking at the camera. And it looks like it's going to die soon anyway. This piece of crap camera.
We're about done anyway.
Are we? Oh, I mean, okay. You want to get?
We don't have a lot to talk about.
Right.
Today,
I mean, we're done with topics, so let's just. What else do you want to talk about?
Your theory.
Well, just give us your theory and
the Snoke theory.
We can wrap it up.
The Emperor.
Yeah.
Snoke theory.
Yeah. See if Ryan likes it or not.
After watching it today and knowing, you see Force ghosts, and we've been talking to, Dal and I were talking about Force ghosts, and maybe seeing Qui-Gon Jinn show up in the Obi-Wan movie when it comes out as a Force ghost. And also seeing, we see Yoda, and he's able to affect things physically as a Force ghost. What if Emperor Palpatine, as a Force ghost, is actually manipulating Snoke? So, he's just a puppet, basically. Snoke's just
and it's basically just the Emperor still running everything.
Yes.
What if?
But as a Force ghost.
As a Force ghost.
What if Snoke is actually just like a carcass? Because with his scars and stuff, and everything, and it in the I think it's the visual dictionary of Last Jedi. They say that he has extra padding in his little slippers that he wears because it hurts to walk.
Right, 'cause, he seems a fairly feeble old person, old being. But when you see him do the lightning strike, when he strikes Kylo Ren down, just for that brief moment, man, that is powerful.
Yeah,
and he can use the Force. But I'm just thinking maybe it's Palpatine somewhere in the background.
Yeah,
and I know if that happens, God, that'll upset some people.
Oh yeah,
I know it will. But I think it would actually be kind of cool because then you'd see sort of that mythical side of the Force where Obi-Wan says, you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Why can't it be the same for if you strike a Sith down?
They can become more
if
powerful.
they learned how to Force ghost themselves or lived in the dark side of the Force.
Yeah, now it's basically all
like Don was saying there. You can't have it just one-sided.
Side. No, it's
only the good can't have Force Ghosts. The bad side should have Force Ghosts.
Well,
and we've seen it with
Anakin,
Darth Bane.
Well, you also seen Anakin. I mean, he wasn't evil. I mean, he was supposedly redeemed at the end or whatever, but he still is a Force Ghost, and for the most of his adult life, he was a evil Sith Lord. Right. So
we've seen Darth Bane in Clone Wars speak to Yoda.
Yeah, as like a Sith ghost, basically.
Right.
And like I said, Sheev Palpatine's his master was Plagueis, a man known for bringing people back from the dead with the Force. And Palpatine says it in a mocking tone that he could save others, but he couldn't save himself. So what if he used that same Force power only on himself to kind of like, make it where he comes back, basically.
Yeah.
From the dead when he dies.
But I think it'd be as a Force ghost. Yeah. Like, he learned it from the Sith's point of view, like how to do it. Whereas Qui-Gon learned how to do it, on the good side.
Yeah.
He didn't learn how to manifest himself physically yet, but he had learned how to communicate from within the Force.
Even though it was forbidden by the Jedi code.
Right. I think
it'd be interesting. You would tick off some people.
Because it'd be, you're just doing Return of the Jedi over. It's just Emperor Palpatine. Why can't we get away from Emperor Palpatine? Like, I can see that happening.
Get away from everything? Yeah. Everything's Star Wars. Wait a minute. Get away from everything Star Wars. What? I mean, that's what a lot of
That's
people,
what they want. Like,
it's what some people want. It's like no homage to anything from the past.
Right, but wouldn't it just, like, be a nice tribute to how powerful the Emperor actually was? And look how powerful he was in the prequels. He could walk around in plain sight. Nobody knew.
Yeah, right in the middle of the
stand right
Jedis.
next to Yoda.
Well, he was sitting right there in the Jedi temple.
Yeah, he was
with tons of Jedis around him. None of them knew.
He was able to cover up his dark presence so much.
Never knew.
Yeah, because like if he even for a second let that go, everyone would have.
Right.
Yeah.
All the Jedi
had to be in control of that at all times.
Yeah, and he would have got crazy. Yeah, he would have got smoked if he friggin' let it out before he was able to manipulate
Anakin. Yeah.
And get the clones to kill off most of his competition. Because if that came out before the clones took out most of the Jedi, he would have just got wiped out real fast. Because there had been like 300 of them coming down, or 50 of them coming at him at once. There's no way you can fight that off.
Yeah.
No matter how powerful you are, he got wiped out.
Yeah. And I love how people always criticize Snoke for going out the way he did. Palpatine's death wasn't that great either.
No, he just stood there while Darth Vader picked him up, threw him over the cliff, basically.
Yeah, like Palpatine didn't go all out in a kick butt way either.
No.
So and honestly, neither did Darth Vader really.
Yeah, Darth Vader
he just got shocked and died.
Yeah, he got hit by the Force lightning from the Emperor is what really finished him off.
Mm-hmm. So...
yeah, it just sort of ruined his suit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he couldn't breathe right anymore. Basically, his whole life support system was fried.
What's funny, though, is I think if he didn't have Luke take off his helmet, Luke probably could have nursed him back to health.
Yeah.
They probably could have got him to his back to tank on Mustafar.
Yeah.
And got him back.
Got him back, but they just he won. I think he was done.
Sort of like Luke was at the end of Last Jedi. It's sort of like he had done his last good deed. Now he's going to go live within the Force as a Force ghost. And I know we'll see Luke back as a Force ghost
in episode 9. Yeah,
because I'm sure Yoda and Obi-Wan taught him too.
Oh yeah.
Well, in that whole conversation with Yoda and Luke, we can't lose Rey, so they're going to work together to help her.
Do you
think it's just got to happen?
Because I know there's a Kenobi movie coming out. Do you think that we'll see Kenobi interacting with Yoda in some way, where Yoda teaches him how to become a Force ghost?
Or will it be Qui-Gon?
Qui-Gon Jinn. Either one of those two.
I think it'll be Qui-Gon. I think they'll go the Qui-Gon route instead of the Yoda route.
I mean, they totally, at the end of the
prequel,
Revenge of the Sith, I mean, he tells him, I've got something for you to work on, and that's what
An old friend, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's talking about, is how to become a Force ghost.
Right, and Obi-Wan's like Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon, yeah.
Yes.
So I would like to see Qui-Gon and maybe Yoda, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan all together, training.
In the Obi-Wan
at the very, very beginning of the movie.
I would just love to see Liam Neeson back.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool. And there was an article, I didn't post it, but there was an article that said that Liam Neeson was more than willing to reprise his role as Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah.
So. That'd be sweet.
I mean, think about it. That's probably going to be the character that Obi-Wan might work off of. That might be the character that he talks the most to, is Qui-Gon Jinn's Force Ghost.
Right.
Which would be a really cool, like, interaction and kind of relationship.
Yeah. That movie
between the two.
That movie has a lot of potential.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It could be very, very interesting, because it's going to be a lot of Obi-Wan in stealth mode, though. He can't come out as a Jedi and attack people with a lightsaber.
I'd like to
see
it more like a outlaw Josie Wales type movie.
Where he's just kind of running.
Just moving around. He's just sort of hermiting around and just helping little different, like,
little groups
of people, like Josie Wales did.
Yeah, even though except for Josie Wales was more of an ass.
Right. Yeah. But you could do it from the good side, where you're just trying to stay incognito and you're not trying to get involved in people's problems, but you get wrapped up into something.
You get pulled into something and you got to help them out.
I could definitely see him going to Mos Eisley in this movie as well, at some point or another.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has to have been there before,
Well, yeah, he'll be at the cantina. I mean, it'll take place, in my mind, it takes place almost entirely on Tatooine.
By the way, that's another thing I'm excited for, is seeing the cantina set back.
Oh, yeah, if they pull that thing out of mothballs, that'd be pretty sweet.
They dust it off.
And if you've ever looked at, like, the blueprints of the cantina, there's so much more that you didn't see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be really sweet to see even more of that cantina.
Yeah, like another side to it.
What did you read the?
Oh yeah, I've been looking through my books.
Yeah, it's a cool book.
I love the freaking. I agree with Jay. I always wanted a hobbit hole. It would be pretty cool. But if I can't have a hobbit hole, I wouldn't mind having a Lars homestead. House.
If I ever win the big Powerball, I'm building a Lars homestead.
And it's really not that big.
No,
if
you
it's
look
not
at
big.
It's nice.
I don't want a big place.
Me neither, because I don't want to have to clean it all.
No, it's like too much work.
But it's pretty quaint. Yeah, it's a nice little place. But yeah, I would just love to see the cantina scene or cantina set back up and running again, with maybe some of the regulars there. maybe we get to see the guy again, the Panda Baba and his little rat dude.
They would fit there.
What the heck is that guy's name? He's like Professor something. He's like a doctor or something.
Yeah, doctor something.
Apparently a doctor has a
Lassick or
life sentence on...
I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look him up again.
Apparently a doctor has a life sentence on
12
systems.
Hey,
Dr. Afra is not necessarily
Not true.
a doctor per se.
Yeah, it would just be cool to see that set again. Just actually the whole Mos Eisley town
you just
and Tatooine.
All of Tatooine, Tatooine itself, the dual suns, maybe the deserts, some
maybe
Jawas,
you could see some
sand people,
Yep,
Tusken Raiders.
Cool.
Some
maybe even a crate dragon.
Oh, dude, that would be so cool.
Or
a Sarlacc pit. That could be another one.
Yeah, it'd be interesting kind of too, as you never know. They might bring in Jabba's palace where Obi-Wan goes there for some reason.
Right.
Because, hey, Jabba
maybe
knows who
incognito and under the radar, so that he's not, he's not sold out. Yeah, he's not sold out to the Empire by somebody.
But we've seen Obi-Wan go in disguise before.
So.
Now, there's another opportunity, because you can put in yet another Kenobi bad guy, because he's like the enemy of every single villain in the Star Wars universe. But Cad Bane could also, you could put Cad Bane in this movie too. And
yes, you could.
Kenobi, because he has a grudge against Kenobi as well.
Right.
Because the both of them have fought.
Kenobi always tends to rub people the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's kind of arrogant.
General Grievous.
Smug.
Especially if you watch the Clone Wars and you watch and Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan.
In episode 3,
he can be a little bit arrogant, and a little bit smug, and a little bit just
cocky.
Yeah, cocky and
sassy,
but very confident. Confident.
And and just friction. He can cause friction everywhere he goes. That's one reason I love Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's probably one of my favorite characters.
Because he has
in all of Star Wars.
He has Ventress, General Grievous, Darth Maul, Cad Bane, and there's a few others that I'm sure are out there.
He's rubbed the wrong way.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what you gotta love. You gotta love Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
Well, should we wrap this quick one up?
Yeah. This was a shorter episode than usual, but
yeah. Hopefully, we'll be getting the solo trailer sometime soon, so we can talk about that.
Oh wait. Have you guys? Well, you've seen it, but Ryan, have you seen the Rebels trailer?
Yes.
How did you think of it?
I thought it was good. I can't wait until what is it? 14th, 16th of this month, something like that.
I was talking about
18th, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Kanan's,
not this month, but
I was talking about Kanan's haircut, like that he gives himself. It's like kind of like the mohawk type thing. He looks pretty good. I was talking about I wonder why he did that though.
Then it might explain it.
Yeah.
It might show the reason.
But yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you guys enjoyed. Jay, where can people find you? I tried to plug your Instagram at
You got it right last week.
Okay. I didn't know your Twitter, though.
Twitter is at jbird51. That's just the letter J, BIRD 51. And then you can find me on Instagram at jwilsonbydesign. And silence.
Move along.
And then you can find me on YouTube under Major Glitterix, link down in the description below. And I also have a Facebook page that is connected to that account as well. We also have a Facebook page connected to this account that you can go follow that posts all the articles that we talk about. So you can read along with us if you want. Because we basically do them in order from the newest to the top.
Right.
To the latest. Or oldest to the latest. So yeah. Without further ado, we'll see you guys next time.
Later, guys.
Bye.